Welcome learners. Streams are one part wherein you can make the entire screen to be dynamic. You'll probably see streams to be used in your email apps, in your WhatsApp, and even when your Uber driver is trying to reach at your location. Everywhere you need constant updates. Streams can be a benefit because it can help the UI understand that there is an event and hence it should update. Streams are going to get discussed in details with respect to NoSQL in this session. So tune in wherein I'm going to discuss in details how the stream builder would work along with ISAR. Cut. Now in the present session I'm going to put the entire architecture that we'll be following in the forthcoming sessions for our NoSQL database. Let's see. If you would be following the tutorials very closely, there are two screens that we have. One is the display task screen. Now the other one is the add task screen. Now presently there was a task notifier which kind of upon receiving a task used to update the consumer here. So this was my producer and this was my consumer. I'm not going to change any part of the behavior and I'll keep as it is. What I'm going to look for is changing this part of the code wherein my NoSQL storage is going to be put over in the middle, and then we'll be having the add task screen that will add information here, and once it has been added, this particular screen shall be auto updated. Now since you guys have already got a clarity about how an item notifier works, what I'm going to try and do is now try to explain to you something that's going to be known as a stream builder. Well, what exactly is a stream builder? Let's imagine you have over here a list of tasks, considering 3 of them. So here is 1 followed by 2 and 3. Then what will happen? Let's say if you add yet another task, then it will be listed and it will automatically update onto the screen. Well, this kind of a concept is called as a stream, wherein you continuously listen to the stream and then kind of react to it. That's way much more popular method that is being used on many apps. For example, let's say you have your friend who's trying to compose a message on WhatsApp and send it to you. You'll see that WhatsApp will show typing as a stream, and the moment he presses send, you get that message. Well, that's kind of one example for a stream. On the other hand, let's say if you are a person who watches a lot of OTT movies, you'll see that the movie bites are somewhat streamed. That is, let's say you're watching the movie at 5 minutes. Then subsequently 2-3 minutes of movie data is already fetched and then displayed onto the app. This kind of helps. That's because your app continuously gets to get the data and hence has something to show at the user's end. What I'm going to try and show is a very simple example for a list stream builder, and for that I am going to compose a stream builder screen. So class stream builder screen extends a stateless widget. Now What I'll try and do is over here have the entire return for a scaffold, and at the body I'll be displaying the list of all the streams that the app would be listening to. But wait, I need to update the stream. For that particular reason, I'm going to convert this to a stateful widget and have over here late stream controller, which will be having a list of string as, let's see, underscore items or items stream, and I'll put over here a stream controller. So let's say over here we have a string items list which presently is empty. Next, what I'll try and do is in init state I would write a function add item to stream, and let's say I'll put over here one string as item name. So what will happen? Let's see, I have this items list in which I'll be adding one particular item name. Next, in my item stream, I'm going to use something called as a sync, in which I'll add all the items that could be there inside a list. Now, let's have a body function and here a stream builder. Now, when it comes to the stream builder, there are two things which are going to be there. One is the stream, in fact. So I'll put over here item stream dot stream. Second, my builder, in which I'll put build context, following which is an async snapshot for list of string. Now, if you would remember snapshot, I can have a snapshot where the connection state could be waiting. Hence, at that particular point in time, I'll display at the center of the screen a circular progress indicator. Else, if we get the data, there can be an error. So over here at the center of the screen, I'll show ran into an error. If not, then it's a good scenario. That's because over here I'll write list view dot builder, as because we will have the list of items to show, and where would we get that from is the snapshot data. First, what I'll try and do is, instead of showing the entire list of items, I'm going to put a very simple text, items found, and in fact I'll try to display the length of the items that are going to be there. Now again, this is for testing purpose only. So how will this item or add item to stream get called? Well, presently I'm going to use my floating action button that once been pressed will display, or in fact add an item as a sample item. Now what I'll try and do is run my app, and let me just call this stream builder screen. From the main app, it's doing a hot restart. Restarted. Well, that's my app continuously showing the circular progress indicator. Why? That's because presently the connection state is waiting as the list has got no data. Now when I click on this, do you notice at the topmost portion of the screen where it's even superimposing my date and time? So let me have an app bar that can actually stop doing this. Since I have a custom app bar, I'll put stream builder screen on the app bar, and that's how you can see items found as 1. Let's say I'll click on this 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you notice? 4 items got into the list and 4 items got added into the stream builder. But wait, is anywhere I'm trying to use the set state? Well, I'm not. Hence, let me move this entire logic, that is along with the variables. Now inside something called as a stateless widget. Now what I'll try and do is running the app from the very beginning and testing if the same behavior is being followed or not. It says hot restart, continuous loading screen, and I'll click on the plus button. Do you notice as I'm clicking upon the plus, more and more items are being found? Well, this kind of signifies that the stream builder is continuously listening and then updating this builder automatically. Hence, what I wanted to show is with the help of stream builder, you can have the effect of a stateful widget, but in a stateless one. That's because as soon as you sync an item into the item stream, it triggers this builder and it will display the list once again. Well, what I intend to do is not having this as a simple text, and in fact I'll try to replace this with a list view dot builder. So let me put this as build context int index. I'll put list tile and in items to show, let me just get the current item. And I'll put it over here. Now, when I put a semicolon and try to do a hot reload, let me add one particular item. It says sample item, and if I just randomly click, it shows all the items. Let me append the index to show to you that in fact they are unique. So I'll put over here this index. And now when I do a hot reload, did you notice as I'm clicking upon this add item to stream is actually adding the item to my list and in fact updating the stream builder, which along with this list view builder is now composing the entire newly created list. That's the benefit of stream builder. Well, this exact same stream I'm going to show to you with the help of NoSQL database, but that will be on the next session. Hopefully the stream builder would have been very new to you. You got to know something on the stream side. Well, if there is a sink that puts the data, the stream builder was a source that sources the data. What we're going to now do is, moving ahead, create the table and with the help of NoSQL storage. Now, in the last sessions, I was teaching to you how it was important to understand queries. In the next session, I'm going to show to you how we can automate writing these queries. Wait, what's automation? For that, what we're going to try and do is have something as a command. If you trigger that command, all the queries for insert, update, delete and select, all things shall be auto-generated. You'll not be having even a single line to write and you'll get a lot of things to pull into the database. If that seems a bit intriguing, stay tuned and keep learning with Hoping Minds.